Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, and earlier we were talking to my mother, Patricia Gonzalez Ratcliffe, and sharing her experience with my grandfather learning karate. And I was, pointing out what was the legacy for my grandfather and my mom being the first female Blackbelter here. And Ken, from what my mom shared, I know you probably have your own legacy too. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. And I went to an event that you actually hosted in San Diego with a lot of your special people that are trainers. And your mom, she made me buy the book. Otherwise, she was gonna chop me. No, but yeah, she goes door to door selling the book. So if you have a neighborhood and you want to learn, your kids want to learn about karate, just go ahead and call Marie up, and she'll hook you up with her mother, who will go door to door in the neighborhood to make sure all the kids get to learn karate from a professional.
Well, he's talking about the book, which is called The Karate Legacy and the Power Within. This book talks about the history of my family in starting karate in the Philippines and their experience using their skills and how they have become the community leader. And at the same time, I don't know if you knew that I also put together an online course.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yes, I had now.
So is it in tennis? Are you teaching tennis?
No, it's karate.
Oh my gosh.
It's an online course for karate. It's called the Karate Mastery for Leadership.
And every kid or every parent should take that class.
Yes, and actually it's a really good idea for a parent and their kids to learn from home, and they can learn it together. And then I have an instructor that will also review what they're learning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Online.
Oh,
this online thing is just getting crazy, don't you think?
Well,
we used to have to physically show up someplace and do it. Now, it's.
Well, I think it's still good to be in person
absolutely.
and to be in the gym, because you need to have contact with another person when you're practicing karate. But in this case, if the mother is or the father is busy and they can take the kids to the karate gym, they can learn it from home, and they can learn it step by step.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is that it's good to take the class before they go to an actual live karate studio, because they'll have some background.
Yes.
And one of the great things about karate, and I recognized that when I took karate, I was a little older than all the other kids. They all beat me up, but that doesn't matter. I was 25, and they were like 12. But they were black belts. I think I got to yellow belt. But the point is that they teach respect. And I think a lot of the kids nowadays need a teacher to teach respect. And the second thing is not to be violent on purpose, but only for self-defense. Yeah. It's incredible. We are not teaching those skills. And so now we have to go to the Philippines and take your online course to learn how to do that.
You don't have to go to the Philippines for that.
But if you did, you could.
Yeah, you could. But my mom is here, and she learned. She's a black belter. So, Mom, for you, what was the main thing that you really loved about karate?
He's right. Okay. Number one is respect to your fellow, And in karate, I learned that if you want to have or I want to achieve something, don't give up and just go for it. That's what I did. That's the reason why I got this Blackbelter. I didn't stop. I did the best that I can. So I got my first Blackbelter in the Philippines. And that is a history already. Lots of them follow up now.
Yeah, and I believe that you were the first female that did a national exhibition. Yeah, on television, right?
Television, and in Subic Bay, many places. And then when I was in Japan, one of the Japanese girls there told me that, do you know that you have a picture in that, you know, Yamaguchi is the father of karate in Japan. So I went there. And then I saw my picture there.
Wow.
Wow, that is amazing too.
And then I play with Yamaguchi. And then I met Aoyama, the one who break the bull.
Well, you went to Japan for 2 years. I mean, that was like when? When was that? That was early
1964.
1964. I mean,
63,
for
64.
someone to travel all the way down to Japan as a woman, I think it's a lot of courage to do that too, because,
Oh, yeah.
you know, at that time, it's probably not easy to just travel.
I love to. I love to meet some people,
You sound like Marie.
She's a social butterfly like me.
Is that where you got that from Marie?
Yes.
You like to
I think so.
travel and meet people, and you're extremely happy. And I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing that older people are having a problem with, is they think about isolation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think about what they've contributed. They say, oh, well, I didn't do anything. So they have no legacy, which is, I guess, what we're talking about today, right?
Well, yes. So, talking about legacy, Mom, I know that you did a lot of things in the Philippines, and I would say that that's part of your legacy, because I remember you helped some of the schools, public schools,
Yeah.
in regards to raising capital so they can rebuild those schools.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that, because, you have to go talk to the city officials.
As I told you, I never stop. I want to do it. So I need to talk to the mayor of Makati. Mm-hmm. And I told him that I want to build the school in, the elementary school in somewhere in J.B. Rojas, because it was pending for a long time. And every time there's typhoon and everything, the flood is,
It's getting flooded.
And mayor told me, is that so? Yeah. If you don't want to build it, I'm going to go to another people, in rich people. And Mayor Yabo told me, no, you can't do that. I'm going to take over on that, because Makati is rich. We are not poor. So that's the time that
You were able to get his
they
attention.
were able to build the building up to fourth floor.
So, talking about legacy again, my mom used her way of persistence and talking to the right people, making sure that whatever she committed to doing, she did. And I know that even up to now, when my mom goes back to the Philippines, those people in the Philippines were very, very grateful of what my mom did for them. And so for me, as far as legacy, what is my legacy? What is your legacy? What's everybody's legacy, right? Because if we were talking about someone dying, and you think about it, and I tried to put myself in that position, what have I done so far? I mean, next week is going to be my birthday, Ken, right?
Oh, yeah. Big party. The diamond one. The diamond one. So you guys look up diamonds, and you'll see how many years old she is.
Yeah. So, when you go through celebrating your birthday, you started thinking, what have you accomplished in the last, 50, 60, 70 years, right? And I look back and I look at all the projects that I have done. Just, for example, the TV reality show for Real Men of Real Estate.
Right.
Is that project, could be called a legacy? And I started thinking, what is in it that I could consider it as part of the legacy? And I would say that when I brought in Eric Campbell, Brian Fox, and Gustavo Niero in that episode, I realized that these guys were sharing information that is not just business, but they're also sharing how to balance life. And that's what they were, sharing to the audience, that, business is business, but when you have to deal with family and, making time for your family, you have to include that as part of your business. And that's what they shared in the episode.
Well, yeah, I think that's important. But I think one of the things that people are always chasing after dollar bills. When the bottom line is, once you have those dollar bills, if you don't have your health, what are you? And I think that's the most important thing about legacy. If you start thinking about, I need to be around, I need to record my life for my family, that is absolutely critical. And you used to not be able to do that. Now you can open up Facebook Live and record everything about your family, right? And you can come to the radio station here, you can call Marie, and she'll set something up for you. But live streaming is now becoming very popular. And I think people have realized that really rich people are very poor when it comes to happiness. I mean, look at all this stuff with all these people being indicted over this or that, the other thing, all millionaires and billionaires. But we don't hear the simple stories of people who enjoy their life and how they can share their life with others. And I think we've lost that. We've lost that connection. And we need to really create that connection. That's one of the great things you do, Marie, is you bring a lot of people together, even if they don't want to, and then they share, and then they're all excited. They go, man, I'm glad I went to Marie's thing. She forced me to do it, but here I am. I love all these people. And that's how I met your mom.
Anyway, well, we're going to go take a commercial break here, and we will be right back here on the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. This is Marie Waite, and don't go away.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.